It's
If the
happening
US dollar
slowly.
collapses, then automatically the US economy will crash. Remember, this is the international currency. There is going to be such massive financial loss in the United States in particular. White America losing most of its wealth. That you can close your eyes and anticipate panic in the United States of America and riots in the United States of America. They might have to declare martial law in the United States. But more than that, the collapse of the US dollar, since this is the international currency, is going to create panic in the weak currency areas of the world. Indonesian rupiah, the Bangladeshi taka, the Pakistani rupee. There's going to be panic as people struggle and rush to dump their paper.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule and still teach well. And shalom wa barakatam unto the hopeful elect, brothers and sisters scattered throughout the four corners doing their due diligence in truth and sincerity. Yeah, man, there's a lot going on right now. And just as the elders and apostles from Great Millstone, prophesied decades back now that, that this devil was going to crash the economy. And, in order to bring in his new digital currency by way of means, the MOTB, man. And, we're seeing all these things come together right now, man. 2023, and we're seeing a lot happen. There's a lot happening right now. And, I just wanted to quickly go into the fact that, that America's dollar is plummeting by the day, man, and soon they're gonna crash the economy. So if you go, I'll play this first.
As the currencies in which you can carry out transactions, hold deposits or assets. And that is why step by step we are moving away from the use of these unreliable compromised currencies. And incidentally, even the US's allies are decreasing the assets denominated in dollars steadily. That is what the statistics tells us. The volume of transactions in dollars and the assets, everything is being decreased.
See, you got Putin saying, they're moving as far away as they can from the dollar, man, because the dollar's plummeting, man. The dollar's plummeting, and they're moving far away from the dollar as possible. And it's not just Russia too. You got many countries that are moving away from the dollar, and many other countries, currencies that have plummeted, over the last few years. You've seen cases where you got people out there in I believe it's certain places in South America where they're burning stacks and stacks of notes, man, on the streets. Because what? Because this first and foremost, these things are it's a fiat currency, man. It's paper money. People don't understand that that's actually IOU, man. It's not actually collateral, man. It's not actually real what's the word I'm looking for? That's not the real currency of the land, man, which is silver and gold, man, and land and cattle, And we're coming back into a time now where we're gonna be going back into the same ways it was back then, man, because these devils their plan is to crash this economy, man. By some sort of false flag, or their plan is to crash this economy, man. So then they can bring in their new digital currency, bring in the CBDCs and all these things you've been seeing in the workings for the last few years, man. Because we're in that time now, man. We're in that time now. And, everything's speeding up. Yabashim Yao is speeding everything up, man. And this site here is the US debtclock.org, right? And brothers have been bringing this out recently, and this shows how quickly and how fast the dollar is plummeted, man. And if you go to here, it says dollar to silver ratio, right? It says $0 per ounce compared to, you know, the dollar to silver ratio in 1913, right? Which was 2.66 per ounce. Now the same with the gold. It says dollar to gold ratio now $0 per ounce. When in 1913 it was dollar to gold ratio was $28.51 per ounce. So, you know, and it says dollar to oil ratio now. It says $0 per barrel. You know, dollar to oil ratio in 1913 was $2.20 per barrel, man. See, nobody is doing business, or nobody wants to do business with the US anymore, man. You know, all these countries are sick and tired of the Great Whore, man. You know, World War III's gearing up. The news yesterday, Israel fired off. You know, I'm not sure how many missiles it is or how many bombs or mortars it is over into Iran, man. So this thing's getting ready to go down, man. And this, like I said, this is what, you know, starting from the elders and apostles and brothers that are out there prophesying in the highways and the byways, man. These are the things that we've been bringing out, man. And now you see these things coming into play, which is beautiful, man, at the end of the day, because where it goes to show is that the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai are faithful and true, man. And that the spirit, man, the spirit is upon a lot of men that are out there prophesying in the highways and byways. Or the same guys you deemed as crazy, now the things they told you years ago are coming into play, man. And they're not looking so crazy anymore. And, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, or understand it or not, that, you know, they are, you know, it's written, man, that, you know, this devil will get to a certain level in his plans, man. And crashing the economy is one of those steps on the ladder to the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, man. Which is that, you know what, the RFID microchip, man. Which these devils want to implant in everybody on a planet, you know, small or great, rich or poor, free or bond. You know, and this is just the start of the ways and means that they do that by crashing the economy, by getting rid of this fiat currency. You know, and bringing in a digital dollar, bringing in a digital currency worldwide, man. You know, and they are going to succeed in this. Because, you know, it is written, but they're just not going to get all the way with it like they think they are, man. But, you know, why 2/3 of Jake that's out there dilly-dallying, you know, turning up, you know, worrying about all the wrong things. These are the things that's going on while they're just, you know, in the house of mirth, man. You know, real life reality is happening while you're living it up, you know, in the house of mirth. You know, Esau's getting ready to crash this economy. You know, the dollar is gonna be no more, you know, as high as it used to be, man. As powerful as it used to be, and we're seeing that, man. And the same goes for all these fiat currencies worldwide, man. Whether it be the pound, you know, because even the pound have plummeted. You know, and at the end of the day, man, this is just all part and parcel of prophecy, man. And as you look, this is live. Like I said, this is the usdebtclock.org, and this is live, right? And it shows the numbers, man, decreasing, and the debt increasing, man, as we speak. This is crazy. And that dollar is going to become less and less, you know, powerful, man. And even, you know, even the crypto that you have right now has been plummeting, you know. A lot of people have been done out of their crypto, man. A lot of people have lost money through the crypto. Because, again, that's just another, like a testing period for the what they really want to accomplish, which is, you know, the CBDC, the worldwide digital currency, man, which all countries will have to have in that day. you know. So this is the Guardian newspaper. This is International Monetary Fund, the IMF, third of world economy to be hit by a recession in 2023, says IMF head warns. China lagging growth a key threat this year. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said while the US is most resilient, says for much of the global economy, 2023 is going to be a tough year as the main engines of global growth, the US, Europe, and China. And like I said before, it's not just the US dollar that's weakening. You're also seeing the yen and the pound decrease, man. It says all experience weakening activity. The head of the International Monetary Fund has warned. It says the new year is going to be tougher than the year we leave behind. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, so like if I said that wrong, it said on the CBS Sunday morning news program, Face the Nation on Sundays. Why? Because the three big economies, the US, the EU, and China, are slowing down simultaneously. And that's no coincidence either, man. Because like I said, this is the plan. They're all in cahoots at the end of the day, man. They all sit around the same table, and they're all trying for that worldwide domination, man, to bring in the MOTB and crash the economy. It says we expect 1/3 of the world economy to be in recession. 1/3 of the economy, man. That's a lot, man. It says to be in recession, even countries that are not in recession, it would feel like recession for hundreds of millions of people, she added. So, and like I said, why people are murphing it up, not understanding the reality is going on. These are the things that's happening on the earth right now, man. You people will be affected by it, man. And that's the thing about people, they don't care until shit lands on their doorstep. Until, you hear people moaning and whinging right now, they can't get their eggs and shit, man. They ain't seen nothing yet, man. It says it would feel like recession for hundreds and millions of people, she added. It says in October, the IMF cut its outlook for the global economic growth in 2023, reflecting the continual drag from the war in Ukraine, as well as inflation pressures at the higher interest rates engineered by central banks like the US Federal Reserve, aimed at bringing those pressures to heel. Yeah, because like I said, man, this is all purposely being done, man. This is all purposely being done. All these cuts, all these cuts that's going on. All these high interest rates, man. All these inflation that's going on, man. This is all part of means, man, to bring in that digital currency, man. It says, moreover, a bushfire of expected COVID infections there in the months ahead are likely to further hit the economy and drag on both regional and global growth, said Georgieva, who traveled to China on IMF business late last month. And, we already know that China's already started setting up, their CBDCs and their social digital social credit score system, man. In certain cities and provinces over there, they've already started this up, man. So they're kind of at the helm of the lead at these things at the moment, because the yen's plummeted, man. The yen's basically worth nothing right now, and they're trying to do away with the yen, man. And it says the impact on the region will be negative. The impact on global growth will be negative, she said. Of course, man. It says, meanwhile, Georgieva said the US economy is standing apart and may avoid the outright contraction that is likely to afflict as much of 1/3 of the world's economies. And really, I don't know when's this written. This is what's the date on this? And this is 2nd of Jan. So, since the 2nd of Jan, we're at the end of the month now, going into February. And just like I showed before, you've seen the dollar plummet, man. The gold, the oil, the silver, So yeah, so America is gonna suffer too, and is suffering, man. It says, this is a mixed blessing because if the labor market is very strong, the Fed may have to keep interest rates tighter for longer. And when it says Fed there, it's talking about the Federal Reserve, and it says longer to bring inflation down. It says the U.S. job market, the U.S. job market will be in central focus for Federal Reserve officers who would like to see demand for labor slacken. Yeah, but that basically means is that, hey, you're going to be losing your jobs, man. And you also see that happening on a scale right now, man. Again, a lot of cuts, a lot of, a lot of people are losing their jobs all over the world right now. The US, Europe, a lot of job cuts, and part of way it means to that again, what, man, they bringing in this AI technology because that's what their plan is to do, man. To mix man with technology, man, by way of means of the MOTB. So like I said the other day, you hear more and more murmurings, people moaning about the fact that they're losing their jobs, they're not getting as many hours as they used to. And that's because, you are now no longer needed. You served your purpose, man. You're surplus to requirements. They got bots and AI doing the work now, man. And now what they wanna transfuse you with the AI, man. And to a level where people are already tapped in already and not even realize it. With all this technology, man, with all these, Alexas and 5G, 6G, all this shit, man, you're already tapped in. Esau's been preparing and getting you used to this shit. So that when he does crush the economy and brings in all this shit he's got planned, you ain't gonna be so surprised, and you're more than likely gonna be willing to accept it, man. It says the U.S. job market will be a central focus for Federal Reserve officials who would like to see demand for labor slacken to help undercut price pressures. See, and that's the excuse that they're gonna use, man. That's the excuse they're going to use for a lot of people losing their jobs, that they're trying to undercut the price pressures. It says the first week of the new year brings a raft of key data to the employment front, including Friday's monthly non-farm payrolls report, which is expected to...
The United Kingdom is collapsing. In just 6 years, it changed 5 prime ministers. The British pound fell to its lowest level against the dollar since 1985. The economy is sliding into recession and will face its longest ever recession. The standard of living is falling faster than ever. Inflation is at almost 10%, while GDP is barely growing. To top it off, Scotland is on the brink of declaring independence, which will most likely push the Northern Ireland to declare independence, which will also kick out the UK from the top 10 largest economies.
The Republican leadership in Congress has made it clear. They will crash the economy next year by threatening the full faith and credit of the United States for the first time in our history, putting the United States in default unless we yield to their demand to cut Social Security and Medicare.